Hello, Year 5, good morning. Welcome to today's maths. It is the 21st of the 1st, 2021, and our target is I can add and subtract fractions. Make sure before you start this lesson you've done your foursquare in the back of your maths book, and then turn to the front and get your target written down. We are going to be using what we have learned for the past two lessons. Now I know they have been really tricky lessons, and I know fractions is a hard topic anyway, but I'm hoping that today breaks it down and makes it easy enough and you think, okay, I know how to add and subtract fractions now, so fingers crossed. Okay, our first example. We are going to be adding fractions. 3/8 add 2/8. And our first step for adding or subtracting fractions is to make sure they have the same denominator. But I hope you've spotted that these two fractions already have the same denominator. So what we do in this case is we add the numerators. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And our denominator stays the same. So 3/8 plus 2/8 equals 5/8. Our next example, 1/3 add 4/9. Now this time I need to make my denominators the same. How do you know which number you can make your denominator? Well, it has to be a multiple of 3 and a multiple of 9. What number can 3 and 9 both fit into? Well, there's more than one number. They can both fit into number 9. They can both fit into number 27, but we always tend to choose the smaller one. So let's go for number 9. 4/9 can stay the same because that's already in ninths. But what do I do to 3 to get 9? I've multiplied by 3. And whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. I'm now left with 3/9 plus 4/9, and our denominators are now the same. And we do exactly the same as we did in our first example. We add the numerators. 4 plus 3 is 7, and our denominator stays the same, 9. 1/3 plus 4/9 equals 7/9. And it is much the same with subtracting fractions. Here's our first example. 3/8 subtract 2/8. We need to make our denominators the same. Oh, they already are the same. 3 subtract 2 equals 1, and our denominator stays the same. 3/8 subtract 2/8 equals 1/8. Let's look at a trickier example. 10/14 subtract 4/7. What's my first step? My first step is to give them a common denominator. What can 7 and 14 both fit into? They can both fit into 14, of course. 10/14 doesn't need to change. Subtract. What has happened to 7 to get to 14? I've doubled it. I've multiplied by 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. 7 times 2 is 14. What is 4 times 2? Of course, it is 8. So I am left with 10/14 subtract 8/14. 10 minus 8 equals 2. And our denominator stays the same. 2/14 is my answer. And I'm going to simplify my answer. When we simplify a fraction, we put it in its simplest form. 2/14 I know can both be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 2/14 simplified is 1/7. That fraction can't get any smaller. I hope you find this clear and that you managed to do today's lesson. You have got a worksheet in your pack. You need to copy the sum up into your book and give it and answer it. Remember, step 1, give them both the same denominator. Step 2, subtract the numerators and keep the denominators the same. If you are confident, you could even see if your answer can be simplified. Good luck, and if you need me, I am here. You can call me or email me anytime. Thanks, Year 5.